Welcome to episode 2 of Shit Goes Down. My name is Rachel. I am your first time DM. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go around the table and say everybody's name again.
Once again, I am Nicholas May, aka Ibellyn Sundar, and I am a paladin and a half-elf, as well as many other things that you do not yet know about.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. Dallas Bloom, Urth Seasquall, cleric, human.
Kendra Vaughn playing Cepti, the tiefling druid.
Kelly D'Angelo playing Robin of the Hoodlands.
What are you?
Oh, I have to say what I am, of course.
What are you?
Force Gnome Rogue.
And I am Charly, Charney Cohen, playing Ord Mozumdar, the half-elf bard.
Excellent. Alright, so let's get it underway. When we left off, you had, during the last episode, run around town, terrorizing a couple of people, making them a little uncomfortable, with long stares and trying to be sleepy people. We tried to steal some books from the unusually large library in town. Did not work. We met Rowena, who built the town with her own 2 hands. And we ended in a tavern in the inn, the Wild Goose, that's owned by Willis. And as you guys had been talking to Grumpy Willis, a whole commotion had stirred outside. And a contingent of guards, military personnel from Dalar, the city that you guys had just come from, had been outside. And one woman had stepped into the tavern with you and said, I'm done. I'm through. So that's where we're going to pick up. This woman is tall. Human, tan skin, dark hair, a big bun up at the top, and then a braid going down her back, and she's wearing the tabards of the lavender crescent moon that you know is a symbol for Dalar, the larger city. She looks very stern. She's not the kind of woman that you would actually want to go up and talk to at first glance. She does not look happy either. And the young man that she had been talking to, saying, "Enough, I'm done," is staring right back at her, mouth open just a little bit, surprised. "What do you mean you're done?" She says, "I'm done. I can't be in this group anymore. I can't do it. And you know why? We're not in good company. I can't be here anymore." And the man looks her up and down, glances outside, out the window to where he sees the rest of the group and that stern blonde woman that you guys had seen earlier. He sort of shrugs. "I can't make you stay, Leia. Maybe we should go back until dinner. No one's ever left before. I don't know what to do." Very unsure of himself. She storms up to him, grabs him by the front of his shirt and says, in a hushed voice, something about justice and what we stood for is not what we stand for anymore. And she's whispering all of this because you can tell from the tenseness of her conversation, this is something that should be said in hushed whispers.
Can I try to listen in?
No. You can try, but this is not something that wants to be heard. So she pulls him off to the side, and Willis is standing there watching behind the back of the counter, and picks up another glass and starts cleaning again. Now the woman, Leia, and the man she's been talking to have sat down at a table, and every once in a while you hear her voice raise, and she's getting flustered and really upset. She bangs her hand on the table, and then they go back to quiet talking.
I sit down at a table close to them, but not too close to them.
There's nothing that's close to this table.
No.
They picked it purposefully.
Well, I just sat down at the closest table.
Okay.
And try to see what I can pick up from the occasional raised voices.
Sure. Roll a perception.
That is 16.
With a 16, you can hear that she's upset. That, in essence, what she thought this company was is not what it truly is, or at least not anymore. It sounds like intercompany politics. You hear the word bribe. And that's about it. She slams her hands down on the table one more time, and he jumps up. He's startled at this point. This is a woman who looks like she's seen some shit. She's gone through some shit. She's got this big, deep scar right here on her face, right under her eye. And he's scared of her. So he stands up from the table. He sort of leans on it, whispers something to her. He gets up and slowly leaves. Right out the door. And then you can hear louder voices outside. And if you peek through the window, you can see that stern blonde woman getting told what's been going on. And nothing on her face. Her face does not betray a single emotion. She glances inside, and then turns, and they get on their horses, and they ride out with the cargo that they have taken from Willis. The woman in the corner, Leia, is taking off her tabard, and underneath she's just got brown leathers. She's got some chainmail sleeves. She's got something tied around her waist just to keep the leathers closed. And she folds up the tabard. Almost tenderly. As if she still prescribes to the ideals that the tabard symbolizes. But there's a sadness in it. And she folds it up and she sticks it in her pack. She sits there, and after a while she pulls out a map, puts it down on the table, and pores over it, looking for details.
I ask Willis, is it usually that dramatic when these folks come through?
He grunts, shrugs, keeps cleaning the same glass. And you can tell behind him there's an entire rack of glasses that look like they have little water specks on them. This one's getting really clean. It's like his comfort glass.
I walk over to cautiously, respectfully ask, "Pardon me, miss. The commotion was obvious. We just wondered, are you all right?"
She does not look up at you. She says, "I'm fine."
Takes a cue and walks back away.
I'm still shaking underneath the table.
Yes.
Everyone saw me try to hide underneath it.
Yep.
I'm just
Willis.
still hiding under there. If anyone's curious.
Can I get a couple drinks? Need some after that.
He pours you the smaller portions of some kind of ale.
I give
It's
him
flat.
a real sharp look.
He gives it right back to you.
I order 2 ales, but tell him to put them in the same cup.
All of his cups are pretty small. So,
I order 3 ales in
This
separate
one's
cups.
just cheap.
okay.
I take one over to the scary lady who just sat down to her map and ask, where are you headed?
Nowhere. And she keeps poring over the map. She's pulled out what looks like a cartographer's kit. She's looking through some of the smaller
specific.
things.
We're already nowhere.
No, you're in Dayport. That's not nowhere.
Practically is.
She is doodling a little bit. Something that doesn't look like a fun doodle that you just do in class. It's something to remind her of something.
I get on my knees and my hands,
Mm-hmm.
and I army crawl towards around the other side of the bar.
Like just across the floor.
Yeah,
where
like
everyone
across
can
the
see you.
floor. Yeah, and I'm keeping that roll of 1 that I had when I was trying to hide. And I just keep army crawling to the other side, and then I try to go around the bar to where Willis is cleaning.
He's already standing there. He definitely saw you army crawling across the floor, and you look up, and there's big black boots that have some mud caked around the edges right in your face.
Oh, is he gonna kick me, or is
No,
he
he's just staring at you right
okay.
now.
Okay.
Right now.
I just kind of hide, and I look up at him, and I go, Willis! Willis!
What do you want?
Come down! Come down to my level!
No!
And I just stand up, and I'm only 3 feet tall, so I probably don't hit the top of the bar, so I'm still covered. I go, that seemed like a commotion of some sort. Willis?
Yeah?
Does it need to be investigated?
No. It's just military bullshit.
I don't like the military.
Okay.
Do you like the military, Willis?
I don't care.
And I just kind of walk around the bar and sit at a stool and get frustrated, like a little poof of smoke coming off the top of my head.
Folded arms.
Yeah.
Cepti is going to druid craft a little flower. She's trying so hard to be nice.
It's her go-to move.
It is her go-to move. And just kind of, like with the little childish innocence of a teenage tiefling, just kind of walk over to the lady at the table with her map and just kind of lay it down on the map and lean in. Hi. One, I hope you're okay. And this is for you. I think you're very pretty and very strong, and this is a flower that is also pretty and strong like you. And 2, if you need any help looking at maps or want to know about cities, I can probably help. Okay, bye. And then I'll just run over to another table and just kind of sit.
Leah looks to the flower. What kind of flower is it? What does it look like? What color is it?
It's like a weird kind of green at the bottom, kind of flowering into this light purple color, but it's like one of those hardy, more wood stalks, kind of like the way rosemary is, where it's more of a tree type of stalk instead of fragile. I'll just kind of lay that down.
All right. She looks like she's about to just sweep the flower off the table. But at the last second, she just picks it up and puts it into her lapel and keeps going.
Progress.
It didn't wilt.
It did not wilt.
It's progress.
Okay, good. Did I see what kind of map it was? Is it just of
It's
the
a map
area?
of just the area.
Just the area.
Yeah, the whole coast, all the way down to Mozumdar and Mien. It's way down south.
Okay.
I'm still at the table, so...
Yeah.
Are you part of the usual crowd that comes through to collect the goods from Willis?
Yes. And?
Nothing, never mind.
She goes back to her map. She only glanced at you just briefly. It's a woman that does not want to be disrupted. She's looking for something very specific. You notice that what she was circling and doodling and drawing lines to was not labeled as a city or anything.
My good lady, are you looking for a cow as well?
He slams her hands down on the table, looks up and says, "No, I'm not looking for a cow! Can you please all just leave me alone? My God!
You're the one who came barging in here.
Into an inn where I'm supposed to pick shit up! Please, leave me alone! I just want to look at my map! Thank you!" And goes back to it.
That is some hostility.
Willis looks a little startled behind the counter. He's still just eyes wide, staring down at the counter, wiping his glass.
Well, some might call that what we're doing utterly preposterous. So you guys all like it, right? Yes. I say we all maybe attend the cow thing and leave this lovely lady to her biddings.
You hear her scoff in the corner.
Yes. Let's do that.
We do have a cow to find.
We do have a cow.
And while she doesn't have one, she distinctly does not want one.
The guy you had been talking to with the ox, the guys that you had thoroughly startled, his name is Nathan. He does not have a cow. He has oxen and sheep. Mm-hmm. The guy that you were looking for, Willis had told you, is Malcolm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he said to look for a blue door.
Well,
Sally forth.
is anybody here not colorblind?
Me?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you know the color blue. We'll go.
Yes.
I know colors too.
It's canon. Okay. God damn it.
No problems
I
here.
love it. I love it.
Let's shoot myself in the foot.
I might be colorblind. Hadn't considered this before. Is this blue?
I'm very
No.
curious what color
He
it
holds up
actually is.
something.
What do you hold up?
He holds up a bit of his robe.
I want to show you guys
No,
this
that-
map, but I
that's-
have
that's
stuff
great.
drawn on the other side that I can't let you see. So,
You can cover it up with another page.
I'll just describe this place for you. So, when you go outside, right across the lane, there's a little well, and that sort of seems to be the center of town. That's where people either washing, that's where people gather their water, and then right across is the giant library. There's Teresa's house to its left, to your left rather. The cliffs are a couple of houses to your left on your side of the street. There are other houses on your right on your side of the street. There's the stall where Willis's mother is just sitting with her potions all laid out in front of her. You see 2 of them have been taken. And then on the other side of the street you see a couple more houses. And then off in the distance you see Nathan's house. You see him moving away from it with his oxen. And you gather that's a direction where there are farms. And then on the other side behind you, along the cliff, is a direction where there are other farms.
So it's a left or right situation, basically.
And he didn't tell us which way to go, just to look for the blue door.
Hopeful.
Did you notice any blue doors when you went to the south? South? South?
North?
South.
South.
You guys went
I'm
north.
gonna
You went to Nathan's.
Go up to Willis's mom. Malcolm, you know him?
Yes?
Which way?
Oh. She deliberates for a minute. This is hard for her. I think that he lives that direction. She points north, but slightly east, away from Nathan's farm. I don't know if he is home today. I think he might be. Oh, you know what? I think he is. Yesterday he went into town, just north, and then a couple of days before he'd gone to Delar. Have you been to Delar? It's a very great town.
Yeah.
Or
Now,
should we go north?
down in Delar, there's an inn that makes the best
story.
corn fritters. They're so
Oh.
good. The next time you're in Delar, you have to go to this inn.
Wouldn't have known about the corn fritters.
Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Corn fritters sound delicious.
It's at an inn called the Full Cup.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Can we roll investigation to try to find this blue door? If it's that direction.
Just go northeast.
Let's travel.
Yeah.
Just head up.
Harumph.
On the road again.
So
On
it's
the road
just a thin dirt path all the way out. Looks like only 1 or 2 people traverse this and make it an actual path. Otherwise, it would be overgrown pretty fast by the heather. Now, out in the direction you're going, there are a couple of small hovels that are not connected to any kind of farm. They don't look like they would own much of anything as it is. And the other thing is you don't actually see very many people. You see quite a few houses. You don't see very many people. Might just all be inside having their morning coffee or what have you. Now, you go further, there's a little copse of trees, but right before that is a small brown house. A little thatch roof. It's got thick fencing around the back of it. And a blue door.
Blue! It's Blue! And I run up to the door and start knocking on it.
It's quiet for a minute. And then the door creaks open. And a young, dark-skinned man is standing there. Bright blue eyes. Staring up at you. It's a little bit shorter. He says, "Yes?
Malcolm, is that you?
Are you Malcolm?
No, it's my dad."
Oh, is your dad home?
"Yeah." And he shuts the door and you hear little feet pattering. Ah! The door swings open a couple seconds later, and a taller man who looks very, very similar, older obviously, stands there and he says, "Yeah, can I help you?"
Are you... You're Malcolm?
"Yeah."
Hi, I'm Cepti. Nice to meet you. I just take out my hand.
Hello.
Hi. Where's your cow?
Oh, what? Are you answering the ads?
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
Yes, we are, sir.
That's the point.
I don't know. My cow went missing the other day when they were off in the moor.
Just one? Just one cow?
Yeah.
They?
Yeah, all my cows. They were off in the moor.
So you do have more than one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear some moose in the back of the house. You take it that's what the fence was for.
There's the cows.
Found them.
No.
Well, I normally have 7. There's only 6 back there.
Oh, okay.
Does this one have any distinguishing marks? Or somehow...
Looks like a cow.
Yes. Are its spots a different color or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Was there any trace of the cow when you noticed it was missing?
No, not really. They were off at that old military base up at the hill. Yeah, it's the crumbly looking one. And my boy Tim, he said he fell asleep for a second and cow was gone up there.
You say it's crumbly, the military base. Is it closed down?
No, it's been destroyed.
Okay.
What did that?
I don't know. It's been like that for centuries.
Ah.
So, if we were to try to find your cow, would we... Is there a call you do? Is there a dance? Is there a how does one find a cow?
Do you just chase around going, woo?
Dance.
I don't understand animals.
You just whistle.
There's a, can you...
Should come.
There's a certain whistle or...
Just a whistle.
Oh, we try.
You're close. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
I'm not very good.
It's fine. Yeah, she should be,
trying.
I don't know, around there somewhere, I guess.
And you're offering 20 gold for the cow.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's... Yeah, that wouldn't split up very well between, you know... Would you offer more? Good sir?
Bro.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, okay. That's 19.
19. I have 2 other gold, but everything else I need for market expenses.
Oh, no, it's fine. You're, I understand. You're a man with meager
Do they seem
funds.
fairly poor?
I mean, wealthy enough that he can give you 20 gold to find a cow, which in this area, 20 gold is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And you're also level 1. 20 gold is a lot.
Yeah.
I wasn't complaining about the
But
price. I was just
more gold
wondering how
is
much we were reaming
more.
this guy.
Yes.
What about just a meal? We love to have food
Yeah.
with you and your family if we are successful.
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you find my cow, I'll pick you some food. Yeah. Okay,
you.
sure.
As long as it's
And
not
also
the cow,
gold.
we might get attached.
No,
Oh no.
no, we're vegetarians. So.
Oh, hey, we have something in common then.
Ah,
yes.
yeah. Excellent. All right. Well,
That's just you just don't find it in the neck of the woods around
no,
this area.
it's true.
very
It's
often.
true. And
Yes.
we do sell our cows to people who will make meat out of them. But yeah, we don't eat them.
You just raise things with love. And
Exactly.
Then you slaughter it.
Exactly.
It's much better.
Timothy gets too attached.
Yes.
Yes, slaughtering with
that makes
love is
sense.
the way.
Okay.
Shall we onward to...
Yeah, I was in the mid.
The
What
outpost,
direction
then.
is this? Is the base?
Oh, Grimm's Pound. Grimm's Pound is that direction, and he points a little bit north.
About how far?
About an hour's walk.
Okay.
Not visible then.
No. All you see in the distance is a sort of light haze, because you're on the ocean side, and it's still fairly early in the morning.
I know it well.
Off we go then. Yeah.
Let's get underway.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
We'll be
dun,
back
dun,
with
dun,
cow,
dun.
hopefully.
Okay.
Yay!
He
Thank
shuts
you.
the door behind you. As you go out, it looks like a lot of the same. It's mostly flat. There's a little bit of an up and down, and as you get further out, there's more of an up and down, and suddenly you're walking up hills that you didn't see in the distance because of that haze. And you turn around. You're about halfway up a hill. You can't see the city at all. You can't see a little dayport, any of the houses. You can't even see shadows of it. You walk up a hill, and there are boulders here and there, and then they become more frequent, more populated, and at the top of a hill, you see a giant structure. This used to be a huge military base, all made of stone. Looked like it might have been something akin to a castle. It was huge, and it's been toppled. It was a place that was highly desired for its placement near the sea. And now it is about a story tall, barely.
Okay.
Not much of a doorway anywhere, just crumbles, rocks everywhere. You can make out the basic outline of it. It was a big circular building with a side.
Are there places you can step inside the ruins?
No, sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious if there is any point
No response.
that is, despite it being mostly demolished, that is the tallest point on it.
Sure,
That I
it's
can
just
reach.
about a couple feet taller than you are.
Oh.
It's a wall
well, that's
that
not
has
of
been
much use.
toppled.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So much
And it's
for
been
lookouts.
here for quite some time. Some of the boulders are only half visible underneath the ground. They've sunken in or been overgrown. They're all covered with some like white lichen and some moss. It's an old place. Does not look like it's been disturbed.
Cepti,
Yes.
do you happen to see any cow traps?
Make a survival check.
7.
Nope.
What
No
would
idea.
those look like?
I actually have no idea.
Oh, okay.
None whatsoever.
Oh,
I don't understand how cows work.
they're big and they.
I've never actually seen a cow.
I want you all to make a perception check.
17. Better.
8.
Oh.
11.
4.
4 and 14. All right. You are all preoccupied by the fact that you hear Robin's whistle echoing a little bit, so you all go, oh, ha, ha, ha. And you're having fun with the echo of your whistle. Cepti, you're 17. You hear a rock fall on the other side of the compound. A little crumbling.
I'm gonna.
And
What's
then
wrong,
you hear a
Cepti?
little...
Are you okay?
I'm gonna go real slow and walk over where it was.
It's quite a ways. This is a big, big building.
Okay.
Would I have heard any legends about this place since it's super old? I guess I gotta make a history check.
Yeah, make a history check. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20! Oh my
Yeah!
god! Grimm's Pound was flourishing in its heyday. This was a place where you went if you were any sort of person in the military. They had banquets here. This was a place where folk songs have been sung of, but it's just sort of disappeared into the analogs of history. It was a big building, you remember. This was like 4 stories, 5 stories tall. It was wide. There was a basement somewhere that was always rumored to be full of wine casks. Some of the best wine in the country. There were visiting dignitaries almost every week. Nobles would come here to sort of show that they were friends with the common folk and they were here for their military. Really, it was all bullshit. You know that much, very obviously. Yeah. You know, this area was very safe when the military base was here.
Okay.
You have no idea anything about it now.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's called Grimm's Pound. It's all one word.
Okay. Everybody else is like whistling and making fun echo noises.
Yeah, they are.
Oblivious.
I heard something. I'm gonna go check it out. You guys be careful. And I'm gonna head toward where I heard the rock
I
noise
just start
come
hustling
from.
immediately.
Yeah, I think
Wait,
I'd head that way. rather
Yeah, I
than-
back her up too.
Yeah.
Wherever
All
she's
right.
going.
I'm just gonna
I don't
stroll
notice that they're,
along
like,
since
following
everybody's
at all.
leaving.
Yeah. If you're all following.
Although keeping my eye out for an access to the basement.
Well, as you go, you start off on the outer rims of this big circular building, and inside you can see just ankle-height walls that have crumbled and fallen that you can step over. They're not too tall anymore, obviously. You pass through an entranceway. You take a left to get around to the thing on the far side that you had heard. You go through a giant dining hall. At one point, you're all standing in there crossing. It's wide enough that you're not at any kind of a door. You go all the way across it. You go through what looks like maybe a kitchen. To the right, past a staircase that has fallen in on itself.
I take a moment.
Yeah.
And I just say, do you think a cow would be in here? I'm just a little confused. Do cows, are they bipedal? Do they walk? Do they dine?
They dine on grass.
I'm just thinking about the cow thing a little.
Well, I don't know, because maybe it's like on the outside, but over there.
Okay.
Scenic tour.
Okay, yeah,
Look
sure.
at this cool, this thing.
I
Look,
put my
Cepti.
complete trust in you all.
Cepti, make a nature check.
Yeah. 17.
You have spotted around your feet and sprouting out around different corners this blue grass. It's really thick, it's very juicy, almost like aloe. You know that cows fucking love it.
Is it humanoid edible?
Yeah.
Can I try it?
Sure. It tastes cold.
It tastes cold?
Yeah, it
Like
doesn't
really
really have...
cold?
Like, it's out in the dewy morning.
Right.
Cold. It's sort of just a cold mush in your mouth. It's fine. It's not awful, but it's not great.
Are you the cow, Cepti?
All along.
Just look at Robin and make cow noises. I'm trying to think like a cow.
Huh.
So if we follow this blue, cold grass bush food. Brain freeze. Sorry. Okay, we should be able to find the cow if we go this way. Okay, I'm good.
Terrific.
And keep going.
All right.
Must have been
So you
some
pass
cold,
through the kitchens.
cold grass.
You go through a little hallway, and you can see into all the other rooms next to you. You go through what looks like it was probably a barracks for a military. And then in the far corner, where more of the first floor of walls are, it gets higher and higher and higher as you go. It's sort of a sloped crush of the building where it's fallen over. you see something blue dart out of your sight. And this is not the blue of the grass, the blue leaf grass. It's electric blue. And it darts out of sight. Everybody make a perception check.
Uh-huh.
Ibellyn?
9.
9.
21.
Still not very perceptive.
Natural one.
Oh boy!
9.
17.
All right, with your natural 1, you see more of that blue leaf, and you're like, "Oh, fascinating!" Yeah, and you go grab more. You're just like crouching in front of it, pulling it up by the roots.
I were a cow.
Now, the 17 and 21, you see a small creature. This is about up to half of your ankle, Urth. This is a very small being, humanoid-ish, big red eyes, bright electric blue skin. Tiny little loincloth, a couple of leathers across, and a sword at his side. And all of a sudden you hear a little skittering, and you look up, and there's 3 more on top of the walls staring at you. I need everyone to roll initiative, and unfortunately, Cepti, since you rolled that natural 1, you get disadvantage. All right.
Okay.
Urth, what's your initiative?
6.
6. Okay. Cepti?
8.
8. Robin?
10.
10.
Doing great, you guys.
Ord?
4.
4. Excellent.
We were rising towards mediocrity
Right.
and just slammed back
Hey,
down.
Ibellyn, where are you at?
13.
Yay! Higher than a 10.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Song. Didn't know what to do. Sorry.
Skyrim music's the best.
Alright, so... one of them is going to go first. You feel... hang on. Urth, you feel something jump on your back. It's
boy.
small, but it has dug its fingers into your armor and it is holding on. And into your side, you feel something start to press. 16, will that hit?
That just hits.
All right. Okay. You take 3 points of damage as a tiny little sword, almost looking like a shiv, pokes you right in the gut.
I hate shivs in my gut. I am going to use my reaction to thunderously rebuke this attacker.
Thunderously rebuke? Okay.
Yeah. It's Dex save DC 13 for half damage. And I'm going to use thunder.
Huh?
You can do lightning or thunder. I'm going to do thunder.
Okay. Well, he rolled a 16.
Alright, and save. 4 points of damage with the half save. It was 8 total.
Alrighty. It yelps out as you stab it, or you burst. It's something bursts from your body.
Yeah.
It yelps, frightened, but it's still holding on. Alright. It is now Ibellyn's turn. There's one riding your companion. He's on his back with his little sword stabbing it into his side, and there are two more up top, on top of this wall ahead of you.
Okay.
It's too tall for you to reach. It's almost reaching to it, like half of the first, a whole story, and then a half. And there's one in front of you, and he sort of stands himself ready with his sword in his hand.
And I don't know what this it is yet. It's
No, you would not
just,
know.
It's an it. Okay. And the ones above me, I assume, are also just out of hammer reach as far as swinging at them.
Yeah.
Then the one's in stance. Where is he relative to me versus the one with Urth?
It's about, at this point, 20 feet away.
Okay.
You just rounded a corner and there he is.
I see. I will proceed toward that one, semi-confident that my friend knows how to handle the situation on his back.
That would be a mistake.
It's the best I can do right now. I don't want like a second one going at you or something. I will move. Oh, geez, sorry, I forget. Can I do my movement and then also attack in a sequence? If I go my full 30 capacity, because I'm able to walk up to him.
Yes.
And then.
Kelly?
Ciao.
Yes?
I'm sorry, what?
You can do a first time DMing. Yeah! You can do a movement and attack.
Logistics.
Yes. Oh, yes, you can. You can.
Okay,
You
absolutely.
can actually move and then hit and then move back too, but opportunity attacks will happen.
Okay, cool. Which I might be able to do since he's only 20 feet away. So that's what I will go with. I will make a direct charge at this one.
Alrighty.
And bring my hammer swinging.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll.
13.
You just hit.
Okay.
You can see he attempts to dodge out of the way. Does not quite make it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see. That is 2.
2?
Yes.
Alright. He takes a hit, and he actually goes flying, but he ends up landing on his feet about 5 feet away from you.
Okay.
And he's looking okay. Just got hit by a hammer, but he's looking okay. So not quite a deadly blow.
How about you?
Robin, it is your turn.
Okay, so how far away am I from my companion here?
You're probably right at his back. You're about 5 feet away.
Fantastic. I'm gonna take out my rapier and sneak attack the guy in the back.
Alrighty.
Alright, that is a... Oh, I hope it hits. 12?
Nope, it misses. You go for a stab, but you're shorter
I'm very short.
than Urth, and
Very tiny.
this thing is clutching onto him at a pretty high height, so you kind of try and jump to stab him. You don't quite make it. You sort of tap his boot, and he turns and looks down at you. Wide eyes, wide red eyes. Alright.
Robin's one of them.
Cepti.
Speaks their language.
Turn.
Okay, so I noticed that they're there now, right?
Yes, you do.
How many and how far are they from me?
There are 4 of them. One is attacking Ibellyn. That's about it's about 25 feet away from you now.
Okay.
The one on Urth is again about 5 feet away from you.
Okay.
And there are 2 others that are still just yowling on top of the hill.
Okay. And how far away is that?
That is up about 35 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna take. I mean, like my hands are kind of covered in dew and bluegrass from the cows stuff. So I'm gonna take some of that dew water and turn it into an ice knife and just like straight up in the sky.
All right.
Try and hit them. So let's see how that will work. Hit. God, natural 1.
Oh no!
Oh man,
God.
Your
you die, you
ice
die.
hits part of the wall. It goes a little wide, hits part of the wall that starts to crumble down towards Ibellyn.
Oh, good.
Doesn't hit him, but it was very close. It was very, very close.
Sorry, Ibellyn.
All right. The 4th one is gonna go. It is going to go for Robin. Robin, something jumps down right behind you. You barely hear it in time. Oh. And it's gonna hit you. It just rolled a 19.
Yes, that is gonna hurt.
Right into your back.
Yes.
next to your hip on your right side.
Ooh.
You feel a poke. And it's almost like a toothpick, but goddamn, it hurts. It hurts. And you take 2 points of damage.
Oh gosh. Oh, I love poke. Oh man. Oh gosh.
All right. And it's going to skitter away behind you about 5 feet.
Can I take an
Not too
opportunity?
far away.
Oh, so it stays within melee range of me?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 5 feet right now.
Alright.
All right. Urth. It's your turn.
Are any of the ones besides the one on my back within 30 feet of me?
Let's see. The one from you, the one attacking Ibellyn is just at 30 feet.
I'm not sure you'll let me do this. I'm hoping cool factor maybe.
Okay, try me.
I wanna go towards Ibellyn,
Uh-huh.
grab that one, try to get it off my back. I'd probably be a strength check, and just see if I can swing it into the other one.
Okay, make a strength check. With disadvantage because this thing is on your back.
Okay. I'm shifting Molly into my left hand. 7 with disadvantage.
Yeah, no, this thing is holding on tight. It has got its unusually long fingers wrapped under
Okay.
different chinks in your armor, and it is there.
Well, I'll still move over near Ibellyn.
Almost
Yeah.
impassable. It is there on your back.
Okay.
All right. It is now number 4's turn. And this one is the one that, let's see.
Did we skip the one on my back? Because that went before me last time.
No.
Okay.
You're last. You
Okay.
rolled a 6.
Yeah.
You're the last of your party.
Oh, right. I
Yeah,
reviewed.
because you had your reaction.
Yeah.
This is the one that is looking straight at Ord, actually. Ord, what's your AC?
13.
Alright. Got a 14. You see it drop its knife and pull out a bow and arrow from where it is. And it launches an arrow at you, and you take 3 points of damage. It sort of manically laughs in this odd, high-pitched little voice. And they all echo it. And it sounds exactly the same. It's the exact same timbre of voice. It's the exact same pitch and length. They all laugh at the same time.
That's terrifying.
You are creepy little shit.
That is
One of them
straight up
shouts
terrifying.
something in a language that none of you understand.
Huh.
Really?
Yep. Alright. There is one last one. That is also on top of the wall. It's going to take a shot at Ibellyn. You are preoccupied with another one.
Yeah.
The one that was on Urth, I believe. You
No, I went
stepped
for a
up.
separate one.
You went for the other one
And
that's
I went
down
over
on
Like
the
to
there's
them.
two nearby,
Yeah.
so I was like,
there's
oh.
one on Earth, there's one down on the floor, there's two up above. As you're preoccupied with the one that's in front of you on the ground, this small, terrifying humanoid thing with very sharp teeth, you hear an arrow go shoo, right by your ear.
Oh, but it misses.
It misses.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, back to the top. The one that
didn't go.
What happened to me?
oh, you're 4. Yeah, that's right. You were last. Okay, I'm sorry. It's actually Ord's turn. Go for it, Ord. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna look straight at that one that shot me with an arrow
Yeah.
and do a little dissonant whisper.
Excellent. What is Dissonant Whisper? What save is that?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save? Okay. Where is his wisdom? Yikes. Alright. 17.
Yeah, it's fine. But he still takes half the damage.
Okie dokie. Which one are you looking at? There's one over to the right the part of the rock wall that fell in between the two that Cepti had hit with her ice sickle, and then there's one on the left.
Whichever one.
That was the one on the right that arrowed you.
Yeah, that one.
All right. Now it's half damage.
I don't know if it takes half damage on a wisdom.
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That's a nice spell.
Yeah.
Dissonant Whispers, it's
It's
fantastic.
not often that a wisdom save allows you for that.
My rolls ain't good. 4.
4? Okay, this one... I don't know what was in your Dissonant Whispers. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. A little upset, and like its ears are ringing. They start to get sort of a rosy tint to them. Alright, now we're back to the top of the round. The one on Urth, the one that's clasped onto your back, you feel another stab. Let's see, what's his attitude? The 16?
Just hits.
Just hits. All right. You feel another sharp poke. You only take 1 point of damage. He tries to go for the same spot, but goes a little further into the love handle, and it sort of stabs leather on the way to get to your side.
To be fair, I have huge love handles. I'm gonna thunderously rebuke again.
Okay.
As a reaction. Saving throw DC 13 dex save.
Dex save. Alright. He only rolled a 6, so how much damage is he taking?
9 points of damage.
9. Alright.
Thunder damage.
This little blue creature, the sort of dark blue ring of hair around the back of his head stands up on end, and as you send a wave of energy through your body and out, it goes flying. It hits a wall and falls. It's dead.
Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
First kill.
Thanks, Emily.
First kill! Alright. Ibellyn, it is your turn.
All right.
There's one in front of you.
Yeah, we're still facing each other off, and I'm just gonna come roundabout, take another swing at him.
Okay. 19, you definitely hit. You hit this
Okay.
guy.
Do I multiply anything here? Let's see, that's 4. I think I do. Okay.
How much damage you doing?
Definitely 4. I'm trying to determine here if I also do, because the base damage is 1d8, and then it also had listed the properties versatile 1d10 bludgeoning. So do I
That's
roll-
if you do two-handed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing a two-handed?
I guess I am, because it's my big
Did you?
hammer.
Okay,
Yeah.
then roll a d10.
Okay. Why am I confused? Which one's my big hammer?
That's a 25.
Look at it rules,
Okay,
look
there
at it
we-
rules.
Yeah. Another 4. 8
Another 4.
damage.
Alright. Wait, did you just roll twice?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, no, I see. I'm sorry, then just 4.
Just 4?
Just 4.
Okay, look it up. Once again, you smack your hand. Whoa!
Oh, nice.
There.
Against
Just
the light.
Smack.
Ouch.
Just
Yes,
like that.
I
You
Damn.
smack your hammer right into this thing, almost swinging down for an uppercut, and it flies again, another 5 feet. And this time you hit him in the face, and almost slow motion, you saw the whole thing jiggle a little bit, and you heard a crack in the jaw. This
Nice.
thing falls again on all fours. It looks up at you, and its jaw is hanging just a little bit off to the side. It's not dead, but god damn is it hurting. Alright.
Have at you.
Ibellyn. Next, we have Robin.
Alright, so there's 2 up in a lofty area?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna get out my short bow and shoot at them, please.
Oh, okay.
In attempt. Alright, that's much better. 25.
25, you definitely hit. Which one are you going for? The one on the right or the one on the left?
Whichever one looks closer to my companions.
Well, they're both kind of the same distance.
Okay.
The one
Well,
left.
I will say the one on the left has not been hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one on the left then.
Okay.
Plus, well, I actually have a good dex mod, so 5.
5 damage? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Your arrow goes flying right into it. And this is it's an arrow that's about your size, correct? It's size
probably,
for
yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
A little short.
a little bit bigger than the creature is, and it sticks right into its gut, and it lets out a yowl, an almost feline yowl, and it grabs at it and sort of wiggles it a little bit to try and pull it out. It's not dead. Again, it has not fallen, but
Okay.
it's looking pretty beat up.
Howdy ho.
There you go. Okie dokie. Cepti, it's your turn.
Okay, so there's one still on Urth?
No, the
No.
one on Urth got
I killed it.
exploded
killed that
back
one.
into a wall. Yeah.
Perfect.
There's one in front of Ibellyn, and then there are 2 up on the wall.
How's the one in front of Ibellyn looking? Is it like gonna...
It's bad.
dropping?
It's bad. It's still on its knees with one hand down on the floor.
I'm just gonna run up to it with my quarterstaff and like hit it.
Okay. Roll it.
Just gonna try and just
Okay.
bash it on the head. Yeah. Oh god, please don't miss. I'm gonna be so sad.
You used up all your ones.
That's a 9.
You go to slam your staff into the ground right where its head is, and it moves just a split second before you throw it down.
Come
and
back!
you just end up hitting turf.
Ah!
And you hit a divot into it. It sort of just pulled back in fright, and now it's looking right at you.
Ha ha ha! I'll get you though.
All right. The one in front of Ibellyn is going to go. It is going to stumble backward about... Where is your feet? Where's your feet? Where's your feet? How far can you go? Okay. It's going to stumble back and then take off at a little bit of a jog to be about 20 feet away from you, and then it drops its knife back into the little tiny scabbard at its side, and it pulls out its bow and arrow, and it takes a
Shot
right at you. 15? 15?
My armor class is 16.
Alright, then it does not hit.
Yeah.
It sends an arrow flying at you, but you stand there, a beacon of holy power, and you see this tiny, dinky little arrow just go right into the ground in front of your feet. And you just look down at it and look up at it, and its eyes go wide. Its big, glassy, red eyes go wide. Alright. That's the one in front of you. It is Urth's turn.
Okay, I was close to that one as well.
It ran 20 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. Well, I can move 30, so I'll
Alright, go
step
for it.
up to it and smack it with my maul.
Go for it.
Do better than me, Urth.
Let's hope. 6.
Or not.
You go for a swing, and you hit from a right to a left, down at an angle, trying to, again, hammer it right into the ground like a railroad spike. It dodges to the side and looks up at you and laughs again. That eerie laugh, and the other 2 echo it. Exact same tone, exact same length. All right.
I hate them.
The 2 on the wall start chattering to each other loudly. Let's see.
If 3 of us are focused on this one now, does that put the other 2 just generally above us, or are they like behind us now? Or...
They're about to your right.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys had gone into
They're
this
right
sort
there.
of boxy area. The 2 are up above you. You had veered to the right, where the one on Urth's back had gone backwards. The one that you were attacking had gone backwards towards the north side of this boxy area.
Okay.
So you guys, your whole party had kind of turned like this.
Got it.
And they're still up on the
Understood.
top. Another arrow will go out, and this one is actually going to head to Robin. You can sense they've both turned their attention on you now. there's something about it that's it's a hatred. It's a hatred for you, and you don't know why you specifically, but they are chattering to each other and pointing at you, and they're both going to train their arrows on you now.
It's because you're so cool.
As they saith,
They don't even know you
come at
yet.
me, bro.
One will hit you with a 19.
Yes, that hurts.
You take 4 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Points of damage. Welcome to level 1! Ord, it's your turn. There's another one up above. The one on the right is pulling its bow back. The string is going taut, and it's aiming right at Robin. The other one is loading another bow. Another arrow, I mean.
Was one of those ones that I whispered at before?
Yes. It's the one on the right. It's the one that you had whispered to before.
So that one.
Yeah. Bright red ears still. From whatever it heard.
You're the worst, you disgusting blueberries. Vicious mockery.
Alright! Vicious mockery, alrighty.
Has to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. These guys are not super wise, so let's do it.
13 is the save.
12. It rolled a 12. How much damage is this little guy gonna take?
1d4 psychic damage.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Oh, that's a d6.
No, wrong one.
Yeah.
That poor little thing, its ears go bright red again, even darker than before, and it clutches at its heart. And something about it sort of falters, and then it staggers closer to the edge of the wall and keels over the side and falls in front of you guys. Dead. 2 down!
Some effective word
2
choice.
down, 2 to go, 2 down, 2 to go. Alright. Then, since that one's dead, it is... Ibellyn, it's your turn.
Okay. And the one in front of us hasn't quite killed over yet, correct?
No, but it's
Okay.
the one that's looking real bad.
Right.
There are 2.
Kill it.
Gosh. I'm very concerned about our Robin, though. 'Cause I
I've
see
got
what's going
Robin.
on with her as well. Okay. Then let's go for a finishing blow
Okay.
once more with the hammer. That's 7.
Go for another hammer swing again. You hit an indentation into the ground. Huh?
Yeah, you should have a modifier on
Yeah.
that.
Your strength modifier.
Plus
Oh,
your proficiency.
correct. Yeah. 12.
Still misses.
Yeah.
Still, your hammer goes right into the ground. You hit an indent of the edge of your hammer into the grass. It's all flattened underneath, and the thing has dodged backwards again. It's
They seem to
almost
be
against
immune
the
to
wall.
hammers.
Alright. It is now Robin's turn.
I don't have a pun for that.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one with my arrow in it is still alive. Yes,
Yeah, he's up top.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Alright,
That was
for
not
it.
Robin's voice, but I'm gonna
Shoot
shoot him.
him, shoot him.
Okay, natural 20.
Hell yes!
Oh, boy.
Alright. You are so sure. In pain, you push the pain aside. And you focus in. You narrow down. You have your marksman's eye focused on this little blue creature. Go ahead and roll
Do
your
you
damage.
do double dice or do you want me to just
one
multiply
and
one?
then
Cool.
multiply.
Oh shit. Okay, so that was a 1,
Uh-huh.
but that means two damage plus my dex mod, which is 4, so 6. Yes, 6 points. 6
Your
points.
arrow goes into its gut and through the other side.
How's
It
that for a shish kebab?
Falls again, and as it falls, the last one that's alive, you hear let out a different kind of yowl. Still sounds feline, sounds deeper in pitch. Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Oh,
6.
18.
Urth?
6.
All right. You guys are all preoccupied. A couple of people are preoccupied with Robin because Robin looks like he's hurting pretty bad. Ibellyn and Ord, you guys hear off in the distance a reply.
Oh,
But it's
boy.
far in the distance. It's way further up north. You hear it echo down the moors. And it's that deep timber.
Oh.
And it sounds like there are several.
Same kind of.
All right.
Let them come.
Cepti, it is your turn.
Okay, so there's one more.
Yep.
How far is it from me?
Let's see. You
Ish.
had gone up to bonk it. It moved back. It's about 10 feet away from you.
Okay,
now.
so that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just try and bonk it again.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Don't be terrible. 9.
Once again, you try and bonk it. Your foot catches on a rock, and you trip. You stumble a little bit, and it dodges again, laughing. Then it's now its turn. With the bow and arrow in hand, it's going to shoot at Robin.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna die.
3 people.
But you, feeling where you've been stabbed and arrowed a couple of times, the sore spots, you're almost too preoccupied, and you hear a little swoop right over your head, and you look up and you go, oh, what? And its arrow flies long. It's now Urth's turn.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Robin.
Okay.
Sing to me, my angel. Music.
3 plus 3. 6 points.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Feeling much more chipper.
And I should still be able to move and attack, right? It's a
After
bonus action. Yeah. It's a bonus action spell.
Yeah.
So I'm going to step up to our
Okay,
immune to hammer, whatever
at
it
this
is.
point, about 15 feet away from you.
Okay. I can move up there.
Yeah.
And I attack. That's better. 21.
Yep. You definitely hit with your hammer this time.
I bring Molly down. And it's 7 points plus 2. So 9 points of damage.
All right. As you hit this creature with the blunt edge of your hammer, there's one spike right in the middle of it that catches it right under the ribs. And as you swing it up, almost like a baseball, it's caught, and then it goes flying, and it goes all the way across the other side of the wall, and you hear a as it falls.
Brutal.
All 4 are now dead.
Oh.
You just survived your first battle.
Yay.
As level 1!
Oh boy.
Alright,
More on the way.
Cepti,
Yeah.
make a nature check, and Ord, make a history check.
So Septi's just kind of got like little tears welling up in her eyes because she kept trying so
Aw.
hard and nothing worked. But she's gonna prove herself, I promise.
I'm also proficient in history. Could I make a check?
This is not something you would know of.
Okay.
I've got a 7.
7? Okay.
Ah, that's cocked. No, should have just kept it 4.
You go to look at these creatures. You have no idea what these are. You do remember, Cepti, however, when you guys had been in the library, there was a full row on beasts of the moors.
But we didn't look at any of those.
No.
We took that book though.
No, you didn't.
We did?
We took a book.
Oh, okay.
We didn't take that book.
You looked at
Any
books
of
on the occult, you looked at books on ships,
Yeah, and we looked at like infernal.
and marine animals.
Yeah.
You did not look at monsters. Not monsters of the moors. It's a very specific tome. You remember running your fingers over it looking for monsters of the deep.
I thought it was in the monster book that we took.
Nope, that's just marine animals.
Are they
That was not a
carrying
monster book.
on them anything other than weapons?
Just small weapons, and they almost look like those drink swords. The swords you get in cocktail glasses that are like speared through
Yeah.
a fruit.
Yeah.
They're small. Just little leathers. They aren't carrying anything else. Do you want to go check the one that went over the wall?
Sure.
You have to sort of scramble over a lower part of the wall. It's about waist height. climb over and fall to the other side. It has fallen, and it has this big indent right here that's sort of gushing a dark blue blood. It's gone. The eyes are glassy. It's dead.
Are any clinging to life at all?
No, they're all far dead. They're far dead.
I wanted to pick one up and say, "Where's the cow?"
You also gather they didn't speak common. They would have just been shouting at a child that didn't understand, pretty much.
Yes.
I shout at children all the time.
Who's going to look at the one on the other side of the wall?
I will.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at it.
Okay.
An investigation check?
Yeah.
Yes. That is a 23.
23. Inside, you find his leathers, a little haphazard now that they've been beat up. You find a little satchel on his side. Looks to be just like it's big enough for maybe one gold piece. You don't find gold. Inside, you find the very bottom portion of a cow's tail.
God damn it! No! No!
Hearing this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I turned to look at the no.
I start to cry profusely.
I'll run over.
I'm hovering over this dead body and I'm crying tears into.
Robin, what is it?
I can't. And I throw the tail at her feet.
I like.
Do you know what it is since you were asking what a cow looked like?
Do I know what it is?
Have you ever seen a cow?
No!
You have no idea. It looks like it might be the bristles of a paintbrush.
Very big, flexible paintbrush.
There's nothing here.
Let's pick up the end of the...
So that's the travesty.
Yeah,
There's nothing
there's
here.
nothing there.
Gold.
Okay.
That's why I'm sad.
Oh. And I'll just like...
I dip my head over, looking down, like, oh.
I'll pick up the end of the cow tail. Like...
Oh god!
It's not bleeding.
No, but
It's not bloody.
It's been
but
cut off.
It has been cut off. It's just the very end. It's not the whole
Yeah.
tail.
Just like the little, like the bristle you
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
Just the bristly part.
But they heard it.
And
You don't know that it's dead.
You don't know what it's... Can we hear, like now that we've moved, can we hear...
It's
That's
silent out here. There aren't even birds out here.
No more.
And we
no
don't hear more
little
little
chatters.
No more little chatters. You also don't hear the ocean out here. You are in the middle of the moors, and the moors are a kind of place where sound disappears. It's cold up here. You've gotten a little higher up than you thought you had, because it was a very gradual slope. There's no wind. No sounds of the ocean, even though it's right there. You don't hear anything up here.
Are there any tiny tracks?
Make a nature check.
Bye.
God.
And I was going to ask if there's any chance of looking for chambers or if there's any evident doors.
Make an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I was still looking for a way to the basement.
Make an investigation check.
16.
16. It's faint, but you see around the edge, since you're on the outside of this keep now, you see around the edge tracks of lots of animals. And it sort of goes around in a circle. And then looking at the blue creature's feet, its little tiny shoes, its little leather shoes, they're pointed. You see those going off to the north. Yep. And you see some cow tracks going off to the north as well.
Hmm.
So the cow's working with these little bastards.
You guys, I think I know where they went. We should go to the north.
Very dramatically. Very dramatically.
What did you guys roll for your investigations?
10.
9.
I'm the one who has good eyes if you ever need them. So I see them walking around, like, as I'm covered in blue blood and just crying. And, like, see them look around this area.
I'm looking for a way to the basement. Heard
Well, let me
there's
tell
some
you what you
really
find
good wine.
first.
I perk up
7 and a
at the
9?
mention of wine.
I just love
I
the
got a
idea of
10.
my friends looking around.
A 10?
Yes.
A 10 and a 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you see a bunch of rocks. You see what used to be the kitchen. There's a rug there laid out that looks surprisingly new. You think that maybe this is a place where transients have rested. There are some blankets They're matted. They smell. And then a little speck of blood. But nothing else. No bodies.
Nothing to be collected.
Nothing to be collected at all.
Okay.
Smelly blankets and a rug.
Let's take up that rug.
It's a rug.
Anything underneath?
No. Grass.
Damn.
Like I said, I'm looking for a way to that famed basement.
What are you talking about? What famed basement? You never said anything about a famed basement.
Oh, you don't know the stories?
Do I look like somebody who knows stories at all? Do I look like anybody who knows anything? You're the small one.
You don't look like
Thank you.
Robin
who
does
knows
not know what a
anything.
cow is.
That's true.
What? Who says who? Who said that? I feel very insecure about that.
Anyway, this place, Grimm's Pound, known for really good wine.
Okay,
In
I'm
the basement.
investigating now.
Oh, wine. I see. Nice.
18.
18.
It's been a long time.
As you wander around, you're sort of doing this little kid thing where you're just looking at where you're going. You're
Yeah.
not looking up.
That's the way I walk all the time, actually.
Barely getting over some things as you come to where walls were, little separations. You see an abbey, a little area where there was a church, and there's barely a pedestal up there with some kind of an indent in it. You have no idea if it's wear and tear, if there was something that was resting there at one point. It's overgrown. You can tell by the way the windows were shaped that it had stained glass. And it was probably beautiful in its time. As Ord begins to tell you more and more, which I assume you're doing, regaling you with stories of this place, this was an entertainer's paradise. All sorts of people, the higher-ups, would come here. It was a military base, and yet it was almost like a party city. As you wander away from the abbey, you come towards a back storage room. No casks, no nothing, but you see a toppled part of the wall, and there might be something underneath it. You don't know. You're gonna have to try and lift it.
Yeah, if there's wine to be had, I'm definitely trying to lift it. With the strength of a mother trying to lift a car off her toddler.
We are of one mind.
Nice.
21.
21. It's a big slab. It looks like this building was built on blocks put together. It almost looks like they have fused together with moss. So they're one giant crumbling heap. You lift it with ease. The enticing idea of wine is so intense. You heave it up. It topples over, and right there is a metal hatch.
Oh.
Yes! You got this!
I'm opening that metal hatch unless it's locked.
You can try.
Am I doing a
Strength check.
Athletics is okay for strength, right?
Strength. Just strength. Just
Oh.
a strength check. Not athletics.
14.
It's rusted shut. You try, and you try, and you try, and it sort of opens just enough that you can put your fingers underneath.
I come over to
I'm
lend
not
a
gonna put my
hand
fingers
Alright.
underneath.
and offer to give it a good smack of my hammer.
With both of you doing, make a strength check.
I'm wondering where they went, seeing everybody walking away from me, and I follow. I look around.
Yeah.
Yes.
15.
15. What's your strength modifier?
+2.
Add 2. 17.
Okay.
The two of you together get this rusted heap of metal up on the hinges. You can see where the hinges are sort of flaking. The metal is coming off because it is rusted through, and it's starting to just peel away. You get it up enough that you can get down into this basement. There's no ladder anymore, no rope to speak of. All you can see is darkness down underneath. It's the hatch top is gonna sit there. It's not moving. You can move it back further. You don't have to hold it open, and it's not gonna slam down on you. But you have no way of getting down
I'd
there.
leverage it open with my hammer.
Yeah.
I finally make it up to them with my little gnome legs, and I see that they opened something, and I go, "What's this?"
Wine!
Everybody,
Head in, like,
come over here.
Do you have dark vision?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
I do
Everyone
as
look.
well. I have dark
So
vision.
we all
yeah.
do
do
the
except
library,
you.
so
So I peer
can
in.
see as if it's dim. What can I make out?
All right. So when you guys, it's about large enough that one body can fit in. When you both stick your head in there, you sort of bump your heads together, but you can see the floor. It's a dirt floor. It's not very deep. It's almost claustrophobic. But down in there's a dirt floor. You can't really see much off into the distance. It looks like it goes just a little ways. You're gonna have to actually get in there to see what's down there.
Alright, so I'm gonna crawl.
I got some rope.
Down.
Yeah. Do you want some rope?
Does it look close enough to jump and be fine?
Yes. It's just on that cusp where you might, if you don't do it carefully, you might hurt your ankle.
I'm here to pull out my rope and offer to
Yeah, let me
let
me take on this thing. This is kind of my
Alright, make an athletics check.
Oh, you wish to do it.
Oh, by Ord. And she just jumps down her.
17.
Alright. You land with ease. There's a little bit of a
One thing I'm
step as you fall down there, but you're fine. You land on your own 2 feet.
Everybody's after this wine.
It's famous! I would love to have a taste.
Let us know when you need backup and we'll give you some
Yes, if you need anybody down there.
Much appreciated.
Is it just you down there?
So far.
Definitely.
Alrighty.
Anyone's welcome to join me if they wish.
You first, Ord.
Make a perception check.
15.
It's surprisingly dark down here. Even with your dark vision, you can sort of see hazy outlines of things, but in the back, you see a whole wall of barrels, and they're still intact somehow. These are really good barrels. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Guys, I think I found something.
We hear her.
Yeah.
We hear one.
Oh yeah.
Do you need any help down there? Do you want to go check it out yourself?
Bring a little light. Maybe someone can do that.
I strike up a torch, and I'll. Can I lean down
Is
and
it-
hand
yeah,
it?
Can I go back and...
You can drop it down.
I'll drop it
Okay.
down.
I'm gonna say you catch it.
Fire.
Thank you.
They are barrels of gunpowder.
Surprise! The whole compound explodes with all of the TNT.
With
That's
the
been placed
light
underneath it.
down there
Yeah.
now, is there anything more that is revealed that I didn't know?
It looks like
Couldn't see before.
there used to be some stuff on the walls, some shelves. Looks like there are some dusty bottles, some sacks that have been eaten away. There's a bunch of holes in them. Nothing in them anymore.
Okay.
Just shelves of broken things, broken plates, some bottles. Half of them are broken. And then the barrels.
Someone had a bad night.
Barrels at the very end.
Are the barrels marked?
No. Just a red band around them.
Ord, is there room for me to jump down there as well?
Oh yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, come through.
Alright, I'm coming. And I hop down as well. And I, with my little gnome legs and my gnomas, and I look next to Ord.
Make an investigation check.
Whoa. That is a 14.
You see 6 barrels. 6 big barrels with cork stoppers in them. And these cork stoppers look like they're maybe coated in lead on the inside so that they won't erode or absorb any of whatever's in there.
Ord, I have some good news. It appears this might be alcohol.
Did you read that word and don't know how to pronounce it?
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. So, do they look quite heavy, or is there enough?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. They are way bigger than your body.
Okay.
Well,
They're
I'm
way
trying to
bigger
figure
than
out
Ord's
right now
body.
how to-
They're big.
These are quite large. I have a feeling that this might be fruitful for whatever sort of thing this is used for. In terms of, money making or whatever you wish to do, drink it or whatever.
I'm
But
gonna
there's a lot
dump out
here.
my water skin and open up one of those.
Dump out your
You
water.
carefully pry out that cork. It almost falls apart in your hands except for the metal coating in there. And a dark crimson liquid begins to just gush from it. Just gush. You sort of stumble to get it over so that it all starts pouring into the mouth of your water skin. Smells like alcohol.
Yeah. And can I use mending on that?
Go ahead. Use mending on the
It's
cork.
about about to fill up.
I'm trying to also. I'm standing beneath it, and I'm just trying to like stop it from getting covered in wine. I'm just getting covered in wine.
So,
Excellent.
blood and wine at this point.
Yeah.
Blood and wine. It's
The
covered in
newest
blood
show
and wine.
coming to AMC.
Blood and wine.
It's a historical epic for sure.
All right. Yeah, you managed to put the stopper back in as soon as your wine flask is full.
Good.
I do love this pairing.
It's a good buddy cop show.
Exactly.
Cheers.
I don't drink, but thank you.
Hence alcohol.
Okay. So
Take a big gulp of this stuff.
You would think after fucking centuries, this wine would be horrible. You'd think it would be awful. It would be rancid. It's not.
But it's the nice cold
I also forgot to
moors.
say I do have an iron pot.
Good
Could
for
I
the
have at
aging.
some point tried to fill it up as well, like my little iron pot?
Sure.
Okay. So I have like a little pot of wine that I'm gonna.
A pot of wine. Sure. Yeah. You were just holding it up?
Yes, I walk over to the hole, and I know they like to drink as well.
It's a
so.
little. You're very short, and it's quite a ways up. It's a little too high for you to hand it off.
Robin, what is that?
It's a pot of wine.
The famed wine of Grimmspound. We found it.
We found some wine.
This
We
wine,
can't reach that.
Okay,
this wine is a deep, deep red, and it tastes the way that most dark wines do. It's a little bit bitter. There's a lot of taste in the back of your mouth, and there's a little bit of apple in there as well. This thing is fucking fantastic. You're surprised.
With wine
Tremble of the
confirmed,
lip.
I need to head down there
Sure.
as well.
I don't know.
Watch out for Robin.
You're getting on top of it. Let me get out of the way.
Earth, if you can hoist a barrel,
Yeah,
I
Earth gets down.
will line it up. I will lash a knot.
Okay.
Is there a sense if I sniff these barrels, do they smell differently?
Do they smell different?
Well,
Try all the
there-
wine.
Obviously.
Smells like a barrel.
Are
Smells
any
like
of the
one.
are the barrels in pretty good shape? Like if I tried to lift one up, would
Decent.
it crumble in my hands?
You can go ahead and try.
Strength.
Yes.
Oh, be careful. Be careful here.
That's good. 20.
This thing is way too heavy for you. It's pretty damn large. This is something that was going to feed the entire keep. This is a lot of wine.
So it's not a normal sized barrel.
No, it's
like,
not. It's
oh.
larger than Ord, and it's larger than Robin by far. This thing is huge.
Yeah, I'm trying. What's its relation to me? I'm like 6'3", 240
It's larger
pounds.
than you.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
This is like a giant whiskey vat. It's
Okay.
huge.
Going over to pat Urth on the shoulder and hand him my water skin.
And I climb out from the top, and I think the only people who are up there are the two of you. Yes.
Yes.
So I am drenched in thick wine.
You smell good.
I smell great, and I climb up the rope, and I look like I'm covered in it, and I have a pot full of the red wine.
It's a very attractive color.
Oh,
It's a little like Carrie.
But Robin looks terrifying. Blue
I mean,
blood
it's-
and red
it's
wine.
the-
And I see the way that
specific.
Cepti. Can I mistranslate the way she's looking at me?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
oh God.
Hi, Cepti. I didn't know you felt that way.
Well, then I was terrified of you. Sorry, no, you're very.
The wine. I just dropped the wine.
Oh,
The wine just-
It soaks into the earth.
I heard that.
Yeah, you heard that. You felt it in your
So
core.
disappointing.
Now I said
Robin,
no.
Thank you for sharing.
Hey,
I'll
Earth,
like pick up the pot.
make an investigation check.
Not good. 7.
Lots of barrels.
Yeah.
Lots of dust.
Can I lash the rope to
Yeah,
something
I'm definitely
solid?
drinking all
Nothing's
your
all
wine.
around.
Okay.
You can try and lash it to
Full
the
water
wall.
skin.
The wall is probably going to fall on you.
Great.
My flaw is once I start drinking, it's hard for me to stop.
Oh, whoops.
Ooh.
You started. Oh boy, this could be fun.
Just like father.
Excellent. Then in that case, if you're going to continue drinking, we're going to work on.
Drunkenness.
Yeah,
Right.
we're going to work on a mechanism for you to be drunk if you're going to be drinking in bed.
One might say he's a drunken master.
We could go on
No, not a
Constitution
master.
saves.
Oh, not a master.
I do have some tolerance.
You're not there yet, yeah. We'll get there. But
Yeah.
just so you know, if you're going to be drinking,
Yeah, I'll have to drink.
you're going to have some disadvantages.
But I'm also thinking, I work for a scavenger ship. I'm used to making some money. If we can, get bottles here, hundreds of years old wine. There's some value
of one
there.
mind.
Yeah.
I wish there was an empathy. Make a perception check.
18.
You have a feeling that there's a reason this wine is here. It would be in very poor taste to knowing what had happened here after what Ord has told you, how many people died here. It would be in very bad taste to sell this wine. And you have a feeling, especially in this area, you would not find a lot of people who would pay
Really?
for it. Yes.
My goodness.
There's a reason it's still here.
Doesn't have to be in this area.
Well, we do have to lug these bottles around. So, guess we have to drink it all. 6 months later.
Pull back my water skin, noticing how light it is now.
Slaps flat against your hand.
I don't think that's possible. We can try.
The barrels are probably too big even for the door.
Yeah, they will
Yeah.
not fit in. You have a feeling that they were probably built down there
Yeah.
in pieces.
I'm gonna open up another one that I didn't, the one that we're, probably next to the one that I went to before. Knowing what happened last time, getting prepared so it doesn't come out gushing all at once.
As you
Just
open
take
your second
a
one,
little bit of it to taste.
it
see if
still
it's different.
gushes out because you're down at the bottom of the barrel. This one's a little bit lighter. It's still a red, and it has sort of an oaky scent to it, perhaps because of the barrel that it's been stuck in. This one, lots of deep flavors that you can feel on your tongue for a while. Maybe a hint of cherry?
Apple.
I suddenly wish to imbibe.
Yeah, I have to say, you're really selling this wine we can't take anywhere or do anything with.
Ah,
This is where we live now.
You guys, I
Just
really
taking
hope you
up
don't mind.
residence
I would prefer that we don't overindulge in the
Robin, are you sure you don't want some? It's so good.
Listen, I've dealt with peer pressure my whole gnome life, and I really appreciate. I know one day I might partake in the indulgences that you all are doing, but
One day
for
you
now,
might.
for now, I think I'll
What
go.
makes you say that?
What?
One day you might?
Yes, I have never had a drink, so. Oh, now's not the time, Lord. Now's not the time. But
Are you sure we just
I can just
won
tell.
in battle? Granted, it was against little guys, but I killed one with my words. We gotta celebrate. We gotta celebrate.
I think we should celebrate when we found. I'm just like
Or-
yelling down
this
the
is the
hole.
famed wine of Grimm's Power.
Ord.
we
no-
should
no one's
celebrate
getting in
after
here.
we find a cow.
Yeah.
Yes,
We-
and
we
let's
can
come
come
back
We have
and
to-
have a whole party in the hole with the wine and bring Malcolm and maybe the cow fits and his son, maybe not his son, that seems irresponsible, but Cepti's incredibly intelligent, maybe we should listen to her.
We can close the door up.
No, okay. Fair, granted, that's a good plan.
You have
First,
a
gonna
water
try the rest of
Counterpoint.
these. Gonna try the rest of these barrels before we leave.
Alrighty.
Cepti's gonna just sit down at the top of the hole, just pull
Yeah.
out her little doll and just start.
We're gonna fast forward through this.
Yeah.
You get one that's a white wine. It's got a little hint of a pear. You get another white wine that doesn't have a fruit flavor, except for the obvious grape. You get another red that has a bit of a black
saying
Could
berry.
this
all these
could this
as
act
well.
as a short rest then? I'm assuming this takes
Yes.
some
Oh,
time.
yeah.
These two are just going down the line like
Just.
connoisseurs
They're all
of
delicious.
debauchery.
The stories were right.
When I find
You were
one I
right all
like, I
along.
also will kick back and take my short rest.
Okay.
I kind of like awkwardly lie up and look at the sky. Is it a pretty day?
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
it's
Would you
it's
like
still
to come
very
up?
bright out. There are no
No.
clouds in the sky.
Is
It's
it
all-
still really cold?
It is really cold. It's also it's gray. But when the skies are gray, it makes everything green look even greener.
I try to see if I can spot any sort of bugs or flora or fauna or any small creatures, because I can speak with small beasts. So
There's
I am
some
kind of just looking around.
Small dragonflies, and here and there you hear the creaking sound of maybe like a cicada.
Do I happen to see any small creature, like a squirrel or a...
No squirrels.
No, okay.
Ibellyn is just sitting up at the entrance of the door. He's kind of rotating the hammer on its handle with a leg hanging down through the entrance. And
So,
Not sure what to-
Evelyn? Hey,
yes, hi.
got a question for you, Evelyn. I hope you don't mind as I stare up at the sky and just ruminate about life, but... Is Cepti right near us?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also just
Okay.
sitting next
Have
to
you ever been in love, Evelyn?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I haven't known you very long.
That's a curious question. and
Yes, it's on the mind for no
It gets
reason in particular.
quite personal, but I mean, I'll tell you that much.
Cepti is definitely
Sure.
eavesdropping, but trying very hard to not look like she's eavesdropping.
Well, then I didn't wish to
Deep
pry.
in the
Or rather,
thinking about this
rather
wine.
to say, I say somberly, I was once.
What's that mean? And I kind of like turn over to the side. I'm drenched.
Laying on your side like Jeff
yeah,
Goldblum.
yeah, like Jeff Goldbluming right now.
But still
I don't know
covered
if
in
I'm
wine.
prepared to talk to you about this in general, but especially with you in that state.
It's fine. You know, I didn't mean. I just was curious. I'll ask you another time. It's fine. And I look up kind of at the sky.
It's all right. This is very strange right now. You're very blue and red, and
And if
half of us are
if I
getting
could get a
drunk.
gold piece every time I've heard that. Yeah.
You'd have one gold piece. I am confused.
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah.
Could I?
Is it the scent?
Could I have any of that down there? I'm sitting up here, waiting.
Why didn't you come down in the first place?
How are we gonna get back up? I presumed I'd have to
You guys are too smart.
help.
Is Ord intoxicated at this point? After
Oh,
trying all of the
Like a little
wine.
bit.
Are you just doing a wine tasting, or are you having like a full glass?
Well, of the first one, I probably had a full. I had a full.
Then if you're just
portion.
doing a tasting of the others, you
So
are
I'm
probably
like
just a little tipsy.
2 cups in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little. Everything's just
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
definitely tipsy.
Everything is great.
Yeah, everything is fine.
Yeah, this one doesn't. This one over here doesn't just do tastings.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing full, are you doing full cups of everyone?
Once I found the one that I wanted, though, then focused on that one.
How many cups in are you?
Oh, I'm probably like a couple. How long have we've taken a short rest? Or an hour?
Yeah.
I've probably had a couple wineskins at this point.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I love that they're no longer water skins.
Yeah, wineskin.
They are.
Oh,
I did good, 19.
Evelyn, I'm sorry. I didn't
You take
think of
1
that
point.
before.
Of damage as you feel your stomach begin to churn.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
There's a possibility that you might need to find a corner.
I might need to find the what?
Find a corner.
Oh boy.
I keep drinking thoughtfully.
I pass up. I pass a little bit up to Evelyn.
Are you still
Yeah.
drinking?
No, I mean, if I'm
Robin?
starting to feel sick, I'm sure I would stop.
Robin hasn't even had a drop and is already thinking about love.
What? You didn't hear any of that? I'm up here. You're down there.
At this point, about an hour and a half has passed. It's starting to get closer to the afternoon. There's a little bit of golden light coming through the clouds.
We need to go find this cow, everybody.
Oh my god. And I just look at him walk out. I think I look bad.
I'm not feeling so good, but we need to find this cow, cattle.
Hey, Urth.
Yeah,
This is quite good,
Hey, Urth.
yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
and I'm not surprised at that.
Do you have the cow?
Oh god.
Can I still see the tracks that are like headed north?
Yep.
Still.
Here's the rope. Put it around yourself. I thought this was gonna be for a barrel, but let's get you back up here.
Stumble up the steps. And I'm like, all right, let's go get this frickin' cow.
Oh no. And I try to, like, he's sort of falling over. I try to hold
You're
him up.
like holding on to the back of his knee.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You're trying.
Oh.
Alright.
Before I climb up,
Yeah.
I pour a little bit more. I fill up. Well, water skin with that first apple one.
Alrighty.
Good thinking.
Now, are you all leaving the perimeter of the keep?
I would like to be able to, before we leave, since I have my wits about me, try to bring down the latch as much as possible and cover it up.
Oh wait,
Put it back the way it was.
I just want to make it look like nobody's done anything.
Yeah.
Did I need to do any kind of check to like hoist him up, or does he manage to get out on his own?
I'm assuming he manages to get out on his own.
Okay.
Barely.
Okay, it's
he
a
pulls
lurch.
himself up the rope and puts his hand on either side in the grass, and he sort of just like digs his fingers into the grass and the ground as he pulls himself over the ledge. And he lays there
Okay.
for a second, and then he can get up.
Not an elegant motion, but he gets
No,
out.
certainly not.
Excellent.
No, not this far.
I've
in.
done this many times.
Oh, okay.
I lean over to Robin. I always know when someone is talking about love in my presence. Pat him on the shoulder.
All right.
I'll just make sure I say things a little further away from everyone then.
Yeah.
As you leave the perimeter of this keep, you notice there's a couple stones set in the ground in kind of a circle around it, which you'd seen earlier. I need Urth, Ord, and Ibellyn to make Constitution saving throws.
Interesting. All right.
15.
Forgive my noviceness. Then, how do I
It's in
add
your
everything
saving
up for a
throw
Constitution
area.
saving?
Where is
Oh,
this?
here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, here we go. I get a 20.
Excellent. All right.
I had 15.
15.
13.
As you step past this perimeter, something happens in the little wine skin that you have by your side. It almost puffs up like gas has formed in there. And your stomachs all turn rancid.
Oh boy.
You gather, by the way you're feeling now, after imbuing all that wine, that the reason it's still so good is because within the perimeter there's a spell keeping it from going bad.
Oh
Because
boy.
you have imbued so much,
Yeah.
you are going to take
Just gonna
3
say,
points of damage.
Ibellyn only had a taste.
Yeah, Ibellyn only had a taste,
Oh.
so Ibellyn's actually fine.
Damn
You're gonna take 2 points of damage. Your stomach's churn. It feels like bad milk.
It's
in
totally
your
worth it.
guts.
Oh, you guys, do you hear those noises? I think we found the cow. Wait,
Are you all okay? Like, I'm leading them, but I turn around at that noise.
So the wine just immediately turned hundreds of years old now. In the
Yes.
not good way.
Hundreds and hundreds and...
I'd probably look up bloodshot eyes,
Oh, God!
red faced.
It's
So
almost...
there's Robin covered in wine,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah.
everyone
It's-
is just...
It was
Definitely a
so worth
sight.
it, Septi.
At this point,
It
Urth-
was.
Urth, depending on how much you've had, it's almost giving you cramps.
Yeah, no, I probably feel pretty bad.
Oh,
It's
I thought he was just outright vomiting
Bad.
at this point.
Yeah, I'm
No, you
probably.
can't vomit it up. Not,
Really?
not now. No. It's absorbing into you.
Okay,
It's bad.
I walk
Without
up to
bloodstream.
Urth and I try to get him to focus on me, and I have these 7 heart-shaped berries.
And now I vomit.
On Robin? Please tell me it's on Robin.
It's on me.
She said I couldn't vomit.
It's 100% on
Yeah.
me.
He can't vomit right now.
Yeah,
You want to
that's
give him
fine.
one of these berries?
Go ahead and give me the berries.
I was gonna give him one of them just to see what happened
Okay.
because it looked pretty
see
and,
what
and it
happened.
just he needs something good in his mouth, so just
It actually,
chomp it.
around the bitter taste at the back of your throat, as you feel something rising, it tastes good.
Okay.
You get 1 temporary health point for an hour, but you do vomit. Suddenly, everything inside of you comes up. Everything.
Is it on, Robin?
It's on me. Yes.
Can I roll to hit?
Sure, roll to hit with a +1. Why not?
10.
Yeah, it's definitely on Robin's side.
Poor Robin.
Oh, God!
Wine.
With that
Urth
excellent
vomit.
spike in audio, we're gonna end today's episode about poison. Nicely done, guys. Oh my god.
So worth it.
So worth it.
Oh my
I
God.
certainly hope so. All right, let's go around the table one more time. Say everybody's name.
I am Ibellyn Sundor, half-elf paladin. In life, Nicholas May.
Urth Seasquall, drunken sailor / cleric, Dalsplin.
Cepti, the tiefling druid, Kendra Vaughn.
Robin of the Hoodlands, gnome forest rogue, played by Kelly D'Angelo.
Ord Mosendar, lover of fine things, obviously. Half-elf bard. In real life, Charney Cohen.
I'm everybody else. I'm Rachel Seeley. I am your DM. Thank you so much for listening to episode 2 of Shit Goes Down. We'll see you next week, and we'll see how much puking gets done that time. Bye, guys.